Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco, and today I'm going to be showing you my entire collection of Jeff the Landshark. The other day I put out a short showing off these cool Jeff the Landshark stickers I got for my eye care box. So I got that one there, and then that one there. And people seem to respond positively to that one, so I decided why not go ahead and show everything I got that has to deal with Jeff the Landshark. So we're going to go ahead and start off with, this is the Marvel Legends Jeff the Landshark. This, strangely enough, came with a Shikla figure, which to my knowledge, and correct me if I'm wrong, Shikla has nothing to do with Jeff the Landshark. Jeff the Landshark has really only been in 2 real runs of comics, and we're going to go through some comics here in a second. But, yeah, he's mainly associated with Gwenpool, with the West Coast Avengers, and then lightly associated with some of them, such as America Chavez and Kate Bishop, through the West Coast Avengers. But then he then goes with Deadpool, and then by association, Elsa Bloodstone is also in that run. Shikla is dating Deadpool at one point, but she is not at the point of this comic where Jeff is introduced into the run. So, yeah, I have no idea why they decided to put Jeff the Landshark in a Shikla Marvel Legends action figure, but that is where to find her. If you look up here, I do have 5 more of those Jeff the Landsharks, so I have 6 in total, and it's one of those things that I will always like to buy more. The good thing is that nobody cares about Shikla, and most people don't know who she is, so sometimes you can find that figure for like $5, and honestly, like, just trying to buy the Jeff oftentimes will be more expensive than buying the whole figure. So something to keep in mind if you are looking for your own little Jeff. They don't make a lot of merchandise for Jeff. So, you know, I don't know why there's no plushies, and there is a Funko Pop. I don't think it's out yet. It's a GameStop exclusive. It's kind of Jeff. It's Jeff eating a Deadpool, so it's a Deadpool Pop technically. But, of course, I will be getting that and adding that to my collection as well. Did you know that by becoming a channel member, you have a chance to win books like these at the end of each month? Check out the video on my homepage to learn more. Now we're going to go into the comics. So starting off, we have West Coast Avengers number 7. This is his first appearance, and of course I do have 2 copies. It was one of those things, I was trying to pick up more of these because when I started, buying Jeff comics, they weren't worth anything. So, I don't think I spent more than $5 a piece on those. And now I haven't checked it in a little while, but I know they were going for like $30 fairly consistently for a while. And that is the very first run that Jeff appears in. He appears in issue number 7 and then goes until the end, which is only a 10-issue run. So unfortunately, that run did get canceled, and so not a big run on Jeff. And then the next time we see Jeff is in Gwenpool. Actually, there is a comic I'm missing. I will say, I'll go ahead and talk about this one since I'm showing it off. But Gwenpool Strikes Back. This is a variant of the number 1 issue by Gorohiru, which is an important artist for Jeff that we'll be coming back to later. But yeah, so this is technically not really a Jeff, it's a Jeff backpack. So, funnily enough, on Key Collector for a while, they were counting that as his first cover appearance. Which I don't think would count even if that was his first cover. And since then, it's been one of those things that it was hard to find information about Jeff. He's not on a lot of covers, I can tell you that. But I can tell you that I am missing one cover because it's a book that I had no idea about. It's like Superior Spider-Man. I don't know the number. But I'll have it pop up here. And this is, while getting all my Jeff stuff together, and I went on Key Collector just to kind of double check to see if I could find anything else. This is something that popped up, and so I just learned about it. This is, according to Key Collector at the moment, because like I said, it's changed, I think a couple of times now. This is apparently Jeff's first cover appearance. I will need to check out this run, because I'm not sure how much he's actually involved in this run. And yeah, I mean, I want to know anything and everything there is to know about Jeff, and I thought I pretty much knew all there was to it. But if he's in another run I'm not familiar with, who knows? Maybe he does have something to do with Shikla. But to my knowledge, the next time we see him is then in the King Deadpool run. It's unofficially King Deadpool. So this is you know, he's got the little crown, and it's a wonderful run. So this is Kelly Thompson coming back, which is the writer that introduced Jeff in the West Coast Avengers. So Kelly Thompson does a fantastic run of Deadpool. I absolutely love this. Has two of my favorite characters, Jeff the Landshark and Elsa Bloodstone, in it. Fantastic series. There is various artists depending or deciding, not deciding or depending, despite the fact that it's only a 10-issue run. This is the final issue, and the only cover to feature Jeff for whatever reason, despite him being in the full run. Despite it being a 10-issue run, there are multiple, at least I think 3 artists working on this comic, depending at the time. I'm not a fan, I can't remember his name. I'm not a fan of the artist at the beginning. I don't think he makes Jeff very cute, which that's what Jeff's all about. I actually have an image here I'll show you of a very crinkly looking Jeff. And in general, that is how I would describe how he draws Jeff, is crinkly. Which is not how I, and I think most people, envision Jeff. Now this is actually a fairly scarce issue to find. I do have 2 of them. One I picked up while the run was coming out, and then one I think I found in some like random dollar bin or something I was able to scoop. But if you look at those online, they're actually decently priced, again, like maybe $25 or something like that, because it was the final issue. And a lot of times the final issues have lower printing numbers, which has always been a weird one to me, because Deadpool, I mean, that was like right around, that was 2020, I think, when that came out, and I think there was a lot of Deadpool hype at the moment, so I don't know why the run wasn't doing too well. Like I said, I didn't love the art at the beginning. Like the first 5 issues or so, I'm not crazy about, but I think the story is very solid. When it was over, when I got to the end and it was over, I was like, no, I need so much more of this. I highly recommend it regardless. I think it's a great run, and I would love if, because there's been several Deadpool runs since then, and none of them address what, you know, where he left off being King of Monsters, and I thought that was a very interesting storyline and one that I enjoyed very much. But yeah, so that was the end of the end of Deadpool, yeah, at the moment. But it was the end of Jeff the Landshark for a while. So again, he was introduced with Gwenpool. He was handed off to Deadpool. Again, Kelly Thompson wrote both series, so it made sense. Kelly Thompson wanted to continue using. Kelly Thompson loves Jeff the Landshark, and rightfully so. She created a character that people absolutely adore. Myself very much included. Oh, I forgot to mention, actually, before we get into any more comics, I got my own Jeff the Landshark shirt on with Gwenpool here. There's not very many shirts and apparel and items in general that you can find for Jeff the Landshark. I got this one off of T-Turtle, I think was the name of the website. But anyway, so then kind of Jeff was gone for a little bit, and then Kelly Thompson managed to come back, this time with artist Gurihiru, and they started doing exclusive little tiny web comics, basically, on the Marvel comic app. I can't remember what it's called. Marvel Unlimited. And they started doing little comics there, just tiny little stories, little fun things, very goofy, great for children, and I love them as well. If you love Jeff and just little fun adventures, they're great little tiny stories. And they lived on Marvel Unlimited for a while until they finally printed a bunch up in It's Jeff. So this is, I don't know, several stories, probably at least 8 little stories in the issue. And so this is the A cover. And then we got the B cover, an homage to Jaws. And then we got is this the Run? Who is this? I don't remember. We got that. That's the C cover there. And again, so this is Gurihiru is the current, I would say, person that really refined what Jeff looks like, because earlier Jeffs were a little creepy looking and had like longer legs. I would say Sandoval came into the Deadpool run, cutened him up a bit, but he still had a bit of fierceness and ruggedness to him. And then now Gurihiru, and here's another, this is the second printing, Gurihiru came in and really redefined his shape in general and made him very, very cute and adorable. And then here's a third printing as well. And then there was a fun little, they had a few little tie-in things, or not tie-ins, but just additional covers. So they had a Shang-Chi variant with Jeff. This is around the same time as that, or maybe a little bit before. I can't recall. It was either before this issue or right after. There is Captain America. And then they also did a Captain Marvel. So very, very fun variants. Again, just peak Jeff. In my opinion, peak Jeff. He looks as great as he possibly can. And then that was successful. And again, they on the Marvel Unlimited app, there's so many of these little stories. To my knowledge, they are still putting them out, if I recall correctly. And then so they printed another one. Instead of it being issue 2, they just called it It's Jeff, the Jeff verse. And so here's the cover A. Again, Kelly Thompson with Gurahiro. And then this one was super fun. I don't think she was in one of the stories, if I recall. But it is a variant with Black Cat. And I do love Black Cat. And so that one's fun. And then another character I really like, as you can see right there. Him dreaming about him being Thor. So that one's super fun and very cute. Little daydreaming or napping Jeff. Dreaming of what he could be. And then after that, there was I guess it wasn't an event, but there was a title called Extreme Venomverse, in which on issue 5, for the second time, Jeff gets venomized. He first gets venomized in issue 10 of Deadpool that I showed off earlier. He's venomized in the King in Black event, or nullified, I guess, technically, whichever way. But there he is. And there is a little It's Jeff story in there. So, yeah, Extreme Venomverse. And then there's also a Momoko variant for that issue as well, where there is a little bit of blending between his cuteness and him being terrifying. So I like that one a lot. It is super cool. Now, I got a couple other comics to show you real quick before we get into... I also have my Marvel Snap variants that I have to show you. I'm very proud of my collection, and I just added one that I've been waiting to get for a very long time. But first off, we have a slab. So this is... both these comics are actually King Deadpool issue number 1. And this was a variant for number 1, which is Copper Tone homage. This is a Copper Tone homage with Jeff pulling on Elsa's bikini. I think it's an absolutely great cover. Again, I love Jeff and I love Elsa, two characters. And see, you can see there's long leg Jeff. This is kind of what he looked like at the beginning. Not quite as round and with longer legs. I love this cover. Although I do wish, for a couple of reasons. One, sure, it'd be nice to look at Elsa's butt. Sure, we can take that out of the way. But it kind of looks a little weird because with him pulling on it and then like the top not moving at all, it like doesn't make sense. So it kind of just bugs me in that regard. But regardless, great cover by John Tyler Christopher. Awesome homage. And again, I love this story. It's a great story. And then I also have this sketch cover done by my very good friend Echo. And look at him. He's a baby. And Elsa's lovely as well. So these are just two of my favorite characters. Being cute together. And if you read the story, Elsa's a badass and she's rough and tough and mean, but nobody can resist Jeff. And so that's why I knew. It's funny because I have a lot of covers done by Echo, and a lot of them I just kind of have a lot of times like not much of an idea, if any at all. It might just be like, hey, I want this character, and a lot of times that's kind of where it leaves off. But this is I think the only one where I really gave clear direction, where I was like, I know what I want on the cover, and it's Elsa to be trying to pretend like she doesn't absolutely love Jeff and holding them, and it's lovely. I would love to get more covers done with characters holding Jeff. Because again, Jeff's really close to Gwenpool, although I don't think they make a Gwenpool blank. So I don't know what I would do on that one. But also really close with Kate Bishop, which I love Kate Bishop, so that works. Again, I don't know what I would get that on either. I'm sure there's got to be a Hawkeye blank. I don't think I own a Hawkeye blank, but... and then America Chavez, and again, I don't know what I get that on. But regardless, I would love kind of a Jeff Cuddle sketch cover collection. So those are all of my comics that I own. Again, there's at least that one, that Superior Spider-Man, that I don't own. If you know of any Jeff comics that I don't own, please let me know. I would love to get them, because I am trying to be... I'm not much of a completist, but with Jeff, I'm going to be a completist. And try to... Oh, and I do have... I guess I'll show a picture here. I do have a poster of Jeff's #1 comic. It's on my door. You can kind of see the door... Well, oh crap, hold on. Door is back there behind me, but you can't see the poster. But anyway, so I do have that poster as well, and it's been up ever since it came out. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into the Marvel Snap variants. Alright, so here is the base card for Jeff the Landshark. Absolutely adorable. A great cover, but there are better ones that definitely do exist. So, the first one I got was this one here. This is both this one and the base variant are done by Eduardo Mello. A really great cover. Again, this is actually, or variant rather, this is very reminiscent of what I want done with my variant, with my sketch covers, I mean. So this one, you know, I would love to have Gwenpool holding Jeff like this, being super cute, and again with Kate Bishop and America Chavez and anybody else I may think of. I would love to get a bunch of Jeff Cuddle variants, or sketches rather, a Jeff collection. So this is the first variant I picked up, and then I picked up this Galloway variant, which is very, very cute. This was a Spotlight variant that I picked up, so I like this one. Was a lot easier to get. The other ones pop up in the shop though, however, and it's a rotating shop with a bunch of variants, and you never know when the one you really want is going to show up. So I, without exaggeration, have been waiting for months to finally get the Ryan Gonzalez variant, which is my favorite. I absolutely love it. Got all these little cute chibis that Ryan Gonzalez always does. Oh, and I actually never noticed that the claw moves that much. That's a lot of fun. So, yeah, super, super cute. I love this variant. He's so adorable, and when this came in the shop, I was so ecstatic. I cannot explain to you how happy I was. I've been waiting for this thing to show up for so long, literally checking every day, and it finally showed up. Alright, so that is my Jeff the Landshark collection. I would love to know what you think about it. It is something that is very near and dear to me. I love very much. If you see someone that, or if you can make it or something, I don't know, I want a Jeff the Landshark plushie. I want one so damn bad. So if you have any idea, I've also seen some shirts that I'd like to get, and they're mainly just images of Jeff drawn by Gurahiru, such as like these stickers. They're basically just like these stickers, but then put onto a shirt. And so I've seen some like that will probably be what I get. But I love Jeff, so I'm going to get more Jeff things. And if you know about any Jeff things that I don't know about, please let me know. I will be looking into that Spider-Man run to see if he's actually like significantly in there in any degree. Even if he's barely in there, I want to know more about it and figure out what he's doing. So I'll be looking into that, and yeah, hopefully become the Jeff master and know everything there is to know about Jeff at all times. But thank you all so much for watching the video, and I will see you next time.